who will win the Europa League. Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today this is my Europa League final prediction. Of course, tonight at the Turpas Stadium in Istanbul, Turkey, we will have the winner of the 25-26 Europa League season. It will either be Freiburg or Aston Villa. A big night for both clubs. Freiburg in their first ever European final, Villa in their first European final since 1982. So it's a big occasion for both teams in the Turkish capital. But yeah, make sure to smash the like, subscribe. Let's get into the video. Right, alright then, let's get into this video then. We'll start with how both teams have done in this tournament. I mean, both of them obviously have done very well to get to where they are. Obviously, Freiburg, you know, I mean, they've probably had a bit more of a difficult knockout stage, really, than Villa have. You know, they've had to play some tough teams. Freiburg and the likes of Braga and Celta Vigo, teams who have done well, as well as Freiburg have in the Europa League. But Freiburg have beat both of them, so fair play to them. I mean, I'm not sure they finished in the league phase. Can't remember off the top of my head. But, oh, there's a cat over there. But I'm sure, I think they got top 8, I'm not too sure. But overall, Freiburg have done very well, really, in this competition. I think having the second legs at home in the knockouts has helped them quite a lot, really. You know, I think, you know, we saw they struggled in the first legs away from home, but at home has kind of been their strong point, really. Freiburg in this competition this season. So that's probably why they've got to the final. To be honest. That's probably why they've got to the final, to be honest, because of how good their home record is. I mean, as for Villa, I think they've only lost one game in the Europa League all season, Aston Villa. That was against Go Ahead Eagles, but I think a lot of people expected Villa to get this far. You know, Villa, I mean, they've got Unai Emery, for goodness sake. I mean, he is the absolute god when it comes to this competition. He's won it 4 times. He won the 3-peat with Sevilla, and obviously won it with Villarreal back in 2021 against Manchester United, funnily enough. Obviously, he only lost it. He's only lost it once, and that was back with Arsenal in 2019. I was back with Arsenal in 2019. I was back with Arsenal back in 2019. So I think Villa having Emery gives them a big advantage, because he knows what it takes to win this Europa League. He won it 3 years in a row, and he's won it the most out of any manager. So I think that is a big advantage, really, for Aston Villa, to be honest. But I mean, a lot of people will expect Villa to win. Can't go quite fast there. But a lot of people will expect Villa to win. But I want to write off Freiburg. Freiburg have got a couple decent players in their team. They've got Vincenzo Grifo, who's probably been Freiburg's main man, really, in this competition. They've also got a big, I can't remember if he's Serbian or Croatian, but they've got a striker, Freiburg, called Igor Matanovic. I think he scored 3 goals in his last few games. Obviously, the Bundesliga season is finished now, so towards the end of the Bundesliga season, Matanovic has been quite a fox in the box, really, for Freiburg. So Villa have got to watch out for him tonight. And I mean, they've got some other players you might recognise. They've got Eggstein in midfield, who is decent, but a player who they have got, which if the game goes to penalties, Freiburg might have a chance. Obviously, Villa have got Emi Martinez. We all know how he is. Oh, bloody hell. Flipping heck. What's wrong with people driving these days? Jesus Christ. Sorry, but like I was saying, Villa have obviously got Emi Martinez when it comes to penalty shootouts and stuff. We all know how good he is at penalty shootouts, but Freiburg have also got a bit of a secret weapon in Atabulu, I think his name is. Apologies if I've got that wrong. But they've got Atabulu, Freiburg. He's their goalkeeper. And he, this season, has got a very good... He's very good at saving penalties. And Villa result haven't really been that great from the spot this year. So, yes, they've got Martinez, who always steps up when it goes to a penalty shootout. But Atabulu, he's a big lad, to be fair. I think I'm not too sure what nationality he is, but from what I've seen of him, he looks a decent keeper. So if it goes to penalties, we might be in for a long one, because we've got Martinez and Atabulu. Oh, there's some Villa fans over there, actually. If I just pan the camera, I won't pan the camera to them, but there's 2 Villa fans over there to my right hand side, just over my right shoulder. So I wonder how they're feeling tonight. Those 2 Villa fans are just walking on the other side of the road. Yeah, like I was saying, if the game does go to penalties, then it definitely will be a long one, because Atabulu and Martinez are 2 very good keepers. Let's just say that. But I think we all know Villa have got the more quality than Freiburg have. You know, Villa have got Ollie Watkins, who is a key player for them. They've got Rodgers behind him. You've got players like Buendia out wide and stuff. You've got Tielemans in midfield, Konza in defence. So Villa on paper, yes, they're favourites, but they've also got a much stronger team than Freiburg. Freiburg are massive favourites to lose here, and maybe that might be an advantage to Freiburg. Maybe that might be an advantage to Freiburg, because, you know, sometimes when you are the favourites to lose, you can kind of, you know, use that. I think Freiburg can kind of use that against them, really. Freiburg can kind of use that for them, I should say. You know, it might motivate the players to be like, oh, everyone's expecting us to lose, blah blah blah. Everyone's expecting us to lose, blah blah blah. But like I said, it's going to be difficult for Freiburg tonight, because Villa have got Unai Emery, who is the absolute king of this competition. On paper, they're a better team. I mean, the atmosphere, I think, inside the Turf Pass Stadium should be unbelievable. Villa fans have absolutely taken over Istanbul. I do know a couple of people that have gone out there, and one of my mates has been sending me some photos and videos of the fans in Istanbul, and the Villa fans are absolutely loving it. They are absolutely loving it, the Villa fans. I've seen a couple of videos of Freiburg fans, but it definitely looks like there is a lot more Villa fans than there are Freiburg fans. So, like I said, the atmosphere should be unbelievable, probably from both sets of supporters, really. But also as well, both teams' form recently hasn't been the greatest. Freiburg have been a bit up and down lately. Same with Villa. Let me just quickly cross the road. Freiburg's form's been a bit up and down. Villa's has been a bit up and down. I mean, both Villa and Freiburg, in fairness, they've both got big wins on the weekend. Of course, Villa won 4-2 against Liverpool, which was a big win, really, for Villa. Again, it's got them Champions League, so whatever happens tonight, they're going to get Champions League regardless. Freiburg, they absolutely battered Leipzig 4-1. I think advantage with Freiburg as well, they seem to score a lot of goals, but I think defensively as well. I was looking at some of the stats earlier. Like, Freiburg seem to score a lot of goals, but they also seem to concede a lot of goals as well. But they're a very attacking team, Freiburg, but defensively they can be a bit poor at times. And with the quality and attack Villa have got in, you know, Watkins and Rodgers and Buendia, and even off the bench in, you know, Sancho and all these players. If Freiburg aren't careful at the back, then Villa will certainly punish them. So defensively, Freiburg have got to be careful of the Villa attack, but Villa have got to be careful of Freiburg's attackers as well. Like I've already mentioned, Grifo, he's their main man, really. He's an Italian player. I think he plays on the right or left-hand side, so he definitely will be putting the balls into the box to try and find Matanovic, I'll be looking to try and find Matanovic, so they've got to watch out for them too. I think those are the two players I've got to watch out for, Villa. Right, give me a second, I'm just walking into a shop, so I'll resume in a minute. Right, I'm out in the shop now. Anyway, like I was saying, Grifo and Matanovic are going to be the key players for Freiburg tonight, so Villa have got to watch out for them too, in my opinion. But like I said at the start of the video, it's a massive night for both teams. Freiburg's their first European final ever, you know, so it's a massive occasion for them. And if they do win, I mean, it's going to be an historic night for Freiburg, you know, their first ever European trophy. I was about to say it would be their first ever trophy, but I'm not too sure about that, but it'll certainly be their first ever European trophy. But as for Villa, I mean, if Villa do win, don't get me wrong, as an Englishman, I will be happy if Villa do win. You know, I do know a few friends who are Villa fans, and they've been messaging me like for the last couple of days saying, oh, how nervous they are and stuff. And I was DMing them back saying, oh, don't worry, I was there last year with Spurs in the final. I can understand all this, so I can understand the emotions are going to be high, not just from the Villa fans, but from the Freiburg fans as well. I saw a couple of Freiburg TikTok edits came up earlier, and it was like do or die, you know, up the Freiburg and all this. But like, it's a massive night for both clubs. But obviously we have to have one winner, and this is where I'm now going to predict the scoreline of the final. So, like I said, Villa are definitely favourites. Villa have got more quality than Freiburg have, but Freiburg, it's not going to be a walk in the park for the team who I think is going to win. Freiburg, maybe I'm just giving it away there, but Freiburg will definitely make it difficult. They're going to put up a fight. I think in the end, I think talent and quality will get Villa over the line. So my prediction is Freiburg 1, Aston Villa 3, and I think Aston Villa will be crowned 25-26 Europa League champions. So yeah, that is my prediction. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Smash a like, subscribe. Do you agree with me in the comments? Or do you not? Or do you disagree, I should say. But yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.